Hi, welcome to the deadlift session. Feeling a lot more confident than last week, probably because I'm in my home team advantage. Got my calf hiders on. Last set, best set. Steve Cook, I love you, but did he really say that first? Did he invent it? He said, no, I didn't, I'm not saying I did, but that's like his phrase, right? But I feel like I've heard that somewhere, I don't know. Wow, Max talking shit about Steve Cook, dude. All right, last set, get some panic going. Let's go. Deadlifts are done. Don't have to pull any weight like that again until next week, which will go about 550. We'll be in Texas at the Alphalete event. So I'm not sure if that's gonna like throw off my training at all, but whatever, life gains, right? A big question I get besides Max, why are you so skinny looking? Is like, hey, what's the best rep scheme for deadlifts? How many times should I deadlift a week? You need to find what works best for you. Obviously, there's a million programs out there. I recommend you get on some sort of strength-focused program with percentage-based, like Jim Windler. When I worked with Kaizen Training, that was great. When I worked with Conjugate, that was fantastic. The key is getting on some structure. I'm at a point now, because I travel so much and my life is kind of all over the place, I don't really follow any super strict programming at the exact moment. But I really enjoy doing sets of 2 or 3. I don't treat the deadlift as a bodybuilding movement. I treat it as a powerlifting movement, so I really don't go above reps of 5 unless I am doing an AMRAP, which I rarely do. So 5x5 is great, 5 sets of 3 is great, 3 sets of 5 is great. Low rep ranges, heavy weights, and I only train them once a week. Some people will train maybe like a drop down set later in the week. Maybe you're doing like, less percentage for maybe a lot of doubles or something, work on your form. Find what works for you, find what you enjoy, find what is giving you progress in the gym, or at least like enjoyment in the gym, and just keep at it. And remember, you're gonna be deadlifting for a long time, so you don't need to like master the perfect rep range like this week, right? Take your time, and one day you can look like me and deadlift a lot of weight. Yep. Why is there so much traffic on a Sunday? Are you all going to the same church or something?
This shit feels like teenage fever. I'm not scared of a shit either. Why second guess I should have stayed? Know what's on my mind. So if you had my love and I gave,
I could and do listen to this sad music 24/7. It's just the best. You can drive to it. You can work to it. You can go to sleep to it. You can cry to it. It's the best. Oh, Flex, I just hit you with the door? Flex, I'm sorry, dude. Luckily, your body is like a slinky sponge. I just hit him in the head with the door. That's all right. You'll be all right. Yeah. Flex, how you been? People missed you. People still think this is my dog. No, guys. Texas. My dog. Oh my God, you didn't bring Flex with you. I know. My dog will be Dude the Doodle. Flex, I'm sorry, dude. Come here. Yep. Oh, forgive me. Forgive me. Flex. You get hair all over me whenever you touch me. What happens if I just lint roll you? Oh yeah. You like that, dude? Yeah, you like that? Yeah? Look at that. Look at all that hair, Flex. Dude the Doodle will not need a lint roller. You guys can hang out and be BFFs. I think I figured out why there's so much traffic. Either everyone is coincidentally wearing the exact same outfit, or there's a baseball game going on today. Hey, sports. I think there's a baseball game going on. Buffalo Wild Wings with our boy Daryl over there. Got myself a strawberry daiquiri. Wow, that's delicious. That would be a great pre-workout flavor, wouldn't it? Anyway, Daryl's over here talking about, well, first of all, we want to congratulate Daryl. He's officially a dentist. He got his, yeah, you got a job, right?
Yeah, in Fredericksburg.
Daryl the dentist in Fredericksburg. So anyone in Fredericksburg, Virginia, who needs your mouth worked on, our boy Daryl has got you. And right now he's looking, you gotta look for like a home.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to live in an apartment or like a townhouse. I don't know.
And Daryl also said in the future, he also is already looking for what?
Wife.
Well, no. No, Daryl said he also could maybe like move to Texas also.
Oh, yeah. Houston. Or Dallas.
And Nick, aka Flex's papa, he really likes Austin. Everyone's moving to Texas. Spit on myself. Everyone's doing it. I can't wait for our food though. Oh my gosh, we found the food. Chicken tenders, potato wedges. See, I come to Buffalo Wild Wings somewhat frequently, and I never get wings. You wanna know why? Because Buffalo Wild Wings has the best chicken tenders ever. And I don't like getting my fingers messy with wings, and I don't like eating wings on YouTube because all of y'all are wing elitists, and if you even leave, if you leave like a fraction of a piece of meat on the bone, everyone's like, oh my God, Max, dude, when I eat wings, dude, I suck those suckers dry. That is what she said. Also, you might be like, Max, is it a cheat day? You bet your sweet ass it is. Do you want to see dinner? This is lunch. Do you want to see dinner? And PF Chang's. Spicy chicken, extra spicy. Here with our friends, Christy, Daryl, and guys, Daryl put the mango margarita sticker on Christy's phone, and the waitress, when she came to take her order, she's like, is that you? And I was like, how can you tell?
What's your favorite song right now?
Yes, it is.
Really?
There's a restaurant over there called Moby Dick, and Daryl had a really funny joke. What is it?
Ladies call me.
Yeah? Is it?
No. Average
No, average FS. Sweet frog! Ribbit. Is that a frog or a toad? Are toads and frogs the same thing?
No.
Don't let them pee on you, Daryl. Guys, it's sweet frog. It's kind of like getting a Slurpee. You never trust someone who just gets one flavor of anything. So we're gonna get some blue cotton candy.
Oh, that looks terrible.
Some cookies and don't talk to me like that, Daryl. Go, walk over here with me. And then we're gonna get some watermelon and some strawberry and some mango tango. And then you go like this to get all the air down there.
I don't know.
And then you fill the rest of it with candy. Now I know you crazy kids will go for this Sour Patch, but I promise you, you don't want to put Sour Patch on ice cream because then it turns into little rock hard candy. You just want to get sour gummy worms. But you just want to go kind of light on the candy because remember, carbs are sugar and they'll just go away from your muscles. So just go kind of light on the candy toppings, guys. Guys, this was $10. Let me tell you something. I'm going to state a fact on my channel right now. No one on this earth loves sour candy more than me. No one on this earth. No one. Daryl, have you ever met anyone that likes sour candy more than me?
Me?
No, you got fruit, you big idiot.
I also didn't pay $10 for ice cream and candy.
It's froyo. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a much more laid-back vibe. Not so much edits and whatnot, no really storyline. It was just kind of taking you along on my rest and cheat day, which I usually don't film these kind of days because it's just all my friends are lying around doing nothing, so I have nothing to film. But I figured I'd be like, let's go like old school with it. Let's go like normal vlog and whatnot. So smash thumbs up button if you enjoyed it. I'm gonna end it here, but I'm gonna continue on the video with some business chats, just in case you crazy kids want to hear about some stuff that maybe a lot of you might find boring. But you might be like, Max, what do you do with your time when you're not filming, when you're not editing, when you're not kicking little kids' asses at Fortnite? And that is, I am hanging out with my pad and paper, color swatches, and my measuring tape. And what I'm doing is talking to my suppliers for Everforward Apparel. I want to kind of take you guys through the mindset of kind of items and how they change along the, sampling process. So in my little magical notebook right here, these are all like changes every time I get a sample that I want to do. So for example, you have like little things like on the hoodie, like rotate thumb loop, adjust the neck flap, kangaroo pocket. For the swim trunks, it's like key pocket holes. You have size changes, sleeve lengths, adjusting everything. And I write them down every time I get a sample, right? And then these are like, so these, I got these, and then I got those versions, and then now it's new adjustments, and then I get them again, and then it's like June adjustments. And a lot of the times when you create a business, you might be like, okay, I'm gonna make this little adjustment, I'm gonna order the bulk order, and you shouldn't do that because I come to learn that if you do that, you can end up not liking the change that you had because you didn't get a sample, and then you get a bulk order and you spend all this money, and then everyone's returning it because it doesn't fit, and it's very frustrating. So I recommend you take your time and get samples. That's why everything I do kind of has to be pushed back, especially because I do a lot of the design myself. Mona has been helping me out a ton with this process, which is great, but I want to kind of walk you through my brain hole process here. So for example, these are all samples of clothing, right? But each one is like a newer version than the other. So for example, these are our new performance shorts. These are an 8-inch version of our athletic shorts that sell out every single time, but these have no liner. And originally when I designed these, I was like, okay, let me put a little mesh insert right next to your boys and whatnot, right? But obviously this doesn't look good because not only could they not nail the color, it just doesn't look good. So what we did is I got rid of the mesh and tried out some new colorways. So this is a new sample that is the exact same thing, but there's no mesh, right? So now, once I have this and I realize that it's perfect, and also like on this one, the back pocket, they put it on the left side, but we want it on the right side. This had little bar tack sew marks up here in a different color. I told them to make it the same color as the shorts. So again, little adjustments. Now we can approve these and we can move on. These are some fall items. I know a lot of you have been wanting these. These are the bomber jackets. And this is actually the second stage. I don't have, well, the first stage is in my closet. But for example, we wanted to have laser etched buttons. But as you see here, the laser etched buttons are upside down and you can't like spin them. So one thing I told them on all of them, I was like, make all of the buttons face down, which you'd think they would have done originally, right? But now they all face down. We had this leather pull tab right here, but it came in this dark brown. And as you can see, it has EF stamped in it, but you can't really tell because of the dark brown color and because the stamp isn't pushed in that deep. And we had a little EF tag right here, and we had an inside pocket that was not too wide, right? Couldn't fit your phone in there. So for the changes, like I said, we removed the tag and we changed the pull to a light brown pull. And as you can see the EF, well, this camera will focus, you can see the EF a lot better than the dark brown, right? As you can see the difference right there. So anyway, little changes, and then the inside pocket, we made it bigger so you can actually fit like your phone and whatnot in there. And I'm not talking about size changes because every time I get a new sample, I'm adjusting the measurement and the fit and everything, but I'm just talking little details that I go through. Another thing we have is the swim trunks. These were originally 100% nylon fabric, but it was a little too thin, a little too see-through, so we changed it to 100% polyester, which is a much better fabric. But some of the things we had to fix on these swim trunks is that, like the pockets, for example, did not have any mesh. And if you don't have that, then your pocket is just gonna fill up with water because these front pockets don't have little like drain holes like this back pocket and right there. So what we did is, again, we added mesh on the pockets so the pockets can drain so you don't fill up with water and it pulls your pants down. Everyone makes fun of you because how small your wiener is, Little details like that. For the women's athletic shorts we're working on, we originally had the waistband have 3 seams where it sews. It kind of seemed like a little extra, so we changed it to 2 seams where it sews so it's not so crinkly. This used to have a back pocket zipper right here, but you couldn't really fit much in there, so we got rid of that. And this is still a work in progress because we need the front and back drop need to be increased a little bit because it kind of gives the girls a wedgie right now, and we don't want that. So these will be like next year, but again, little changes, little details. We have the Deadlift Socks, which are coming very soon. We added an extra 1/2 inch of length, and we had 2 different fabrics to decide between, right? So this one over here is a much like, I don't want to say softer, but it's like a more flimsy, you can see it's kind of like pilling a little bit, and it kind of is like breaking down after a wash. And this is a much better fabric that we decided to go with that is, as you can tell, it's more of like a much tighter fabric. It's gonna seem a lot more high quality when you put it on compared to something like this that's very just like not, I don't want to say compressive, it's just not good. This fabric was not that good. This is fantastic, and this has been washed like 6 times and it's still holding up absolutely great in terms of not like having any pilling or expanding in the cotton and polyester blends. As for the hats, we went with a washed dad hat type of feel, but again, you don't want to just order a bulk order, because when I got the sample, see how far down it comes on my head, right? It like touches my ears. Like, we don't want this. So I have to get a new sample where they raised it a little bit so it sits like a normal hat would. But if I just ordered this new design and the new wash cap, and I'd gotten all these that were too deep on the head and I had like 1,000 of them, I'd be pretty gosh darn upset. Next up, we have these belts that we're launching in the fall, and originally I had the light brown have a white stitching on the edges right here, and I decided to remove that. But you want to make sure that you get samples, because you don't know if you're actually gonna like it. These belts are actually pretty cool. On the inside we have Everford stamped right there. This is genuine leather with split leather, and it has the size right over here. And on the end of the belt, on the outside, it has the little logo stamped on there. But this is an 1.5" logo, and we're actually gonna change that to 1 inch. Keep on going on. Is this interesting for you guys? Do you like seeing these like little changes that I go through? And this takes weeks and weeks and weeks, right? We have the hoodies that are coming out in the fall, and originally, so I got rid of like the drawstrings, kind of make it more like just, oh my gosh, so sick, right? No drawstrings, dude. And I really, really like the design, but I couldn't decide between a hidden pocket where it's, not a kangaroo pocket like this, and it's a cool idea, but when you're actually wearing the sweatshirt, it kind of like poofs like this, unless you straighten it out. So it kind of like creates kind of this like pouch on the front of you, and I didn't like that. So we had to get a new sample to make sure that we liked it with the kangaroo pocket like normal, and a bunch of size changes obviously, but these are good to go. And then the biggest thing that I've been working on the most are the joggers. Been waiting on joggers for the longest time ever, and they're finally pretty much perfect. But on the original samples that we had, besides changing a bunch of the measurements, the drawstrings were shorter than my bench press future, and like look how short these things are, right? So we added a lot more length. These drawstring tips started to kind of like, not like chip, but as you can see, the paint started like rubbing off on the tips right there. So we changed over to other styles. We had originally had the pockets a white color, but I feel like this was too like athletic looking. So we changed the pockets to be the same color as the pant. So the black will be black, obviously, and on the tips of all of the zippers moving forward with every product will have like little EF on there. So really, really excited. So again, as you see, it's like tiny little changes. It's just tiny little things, but every time you change something, it could potentially just change the entire feel about the product. Like even this shirt, right? This is the new casual shirt. As you see, there's no embroidery, because if you get no embroidery, then you can speed up the process. But it's just like every little detail. This stuff takes up so much of my time. That's why I've started getting on help, because like every time there's a detail change, you have to get a new sample, and because you want to make sure. Because again, if these jackets are like expensive to make, and if I was to do little things and like change this to a lighter brown, but then I realized I didn't like the lighter brown, or it didn't end up working out, and they already made them, and it's just. Take your time, and each year you get better and better, and I think each year you set yourself up for more success in the future. Like 2018 has been the best year yet with Everford Apparel, but I know that 2018 is even setting me up even better for 2019, that I'm going to be able to move a lot more efficient, and especially like breaking into the girls line, like doing some really cool stuff. And this is only like a taste of what is coming the rest of this year, and we have so many products, especially for next year. But so most of my time is spent dealing with suppliers, talking to them, arguing with them, yelling with them, crying with them, and dealing with changes. And then with every single product, you also need to be like, okay, what is the bag, right? What is the bag gonna have? What is the bag gonna include? What do you want the hang tags to be? What do you want the silk care tags that are gonna be in there to tell people how to wash the clothing? What do you want those things to say for each item? Where do you want each of those items or each of those care tags to be sewn in on the thing? It's like, do you want like this, and this? What do you want it's like, there's so many details with every single item, and it's really what I love to do. And it's like, the more you step away from a clothing line becoming like I no longer consider me selling merch. It's not just merch. It's not just, EF on a shirt, which is like, hey, buy my t-shirt. Now it's like, I'm putting the time in. I'm creating an entire collection. I'm creating just like the future with this clothing thing is just gonna be so awesome, and I'm in love with it. And hopefully every time you guys order from me and you get something, you see the care that was taken with every single detail, especially when we get into our premium items like the button downs, or these aren't button downs, but like the button downs and the bombers and the tech jackets and the swim trunks and like the chino shorts that are coming out, and it's like the belts, and like wait till you see like the boxes and everything for the belts. It's just like, I care a lot, and this clip was longer than the whole video. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll never talk about business again. Thank you guys for watching. All of it, lots of cool stuff coming. You always say that, Max. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I'll see you in Texas in the next video. Peace!